From Gamer to Brawler for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, a brand new character. It's me joining the Brawl as a character idea, and that's what I'm going to be talking about for today. And this is a community request, so I don't want to have everybody get twisted. Oh, he's joining the game. I would love to join the game, and you guys came up with this idea and requested it. And I have the one thing I want to say before I get started. I love playing this game. It's so much fun to play. I just always laugh. It's always something going on with the AI and just the characters and more. And to add to my unique series character requests and coming up with these different moves and ideas for these characters from different shows, not even just the ones that you see in the game right now, but other shows from Fairly Odd Parents to Tough Puppy to My Life as a Teenage Robot, and just so many different shows and different villains that's missing in this game. And I thought it would be something different, and it was nice to see that you guys thought it would be pretty cool to see me in this game and play as me. And you can react how you want to, if what you guys think. If you would play as me, would you buy the DLC? It's just funny just to just really think about myself being in this game. But let's just open up the roster before we get started. And I really had fun putting together these ideas for myself. And one thing I want to say is that I wanted to make it realistic, and I wanted to make it gaming related all into one for this particular moveset for myself of getting into the game and what I would play like, what would be my abilities. And you do not have to watch the full video if you do not want to. You don't have to watch the full video. You can go straight into the description, because everything for my moveset and more and all the ideas I came up with is going to be in the description of the video, as usual with the series, with any character, whether it's a villain or whatever. And that way you guys are not forced to watch the full video to know all of my abilities and just all the different things. And I did that with the other characters and many others that I talked about from my original ideas. So I just wanted to make it realistic, make the moveset make sense. I didn't want to just throw something together, so I wanted to really put in the extra time into this moveset, just like I did with the other characters. But let's just go into, let's bring this up in the menu. Select your fighter. So it'll be funny to see me into this game. And just again, it was fun just putting this together. And PowBlock joining the Brawl character ideas, and this is just a community request to add on to my series of character requests that you guys wanted to see be put together. So let me know what you guys think, but let's go ahead and get started. From Gamer to Brawler, I'm coming up in the Brawl to shut down these characters. It's gonna be fun. But one thing is just a little idea. There's just a little backstory. PowBlock joins. It takes his passion to the next level by joining the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl video game and joining the roster, joining the Brawl against the NCU to take on all these characters: Rocco, Hugh Neutron, Jenny Wakeman. I'm checking them all down. It's gonna be so much fun, and I came with my own little voice lines and things like that. But as usual, I'll always start with the stages, so we're gonna dive right into it. And I don't want to just come up with something silly. I wanted to make it fit the game. I want, if the developers were to put me into the game, I wanted to make it make sense. So for stages, I selected and came up with a gaming studio that the developers can create from the ground up, and not even just a regular gaming studio. I wanted to make it a little bit more unique and add more into it by having items that could be picked up by the characters. So if you're running around with SpongeBob, Michelangelo, or whoever you like to play as in the game, on my stage you can have like a gaming chair that the characters can play. The players that's participating in the stage can pick up these certain items, and they can add on to, let's just open it up real quick, since I was thinking a little bit about the items, because look, you still have a couple little slots. Seems like something could go under this Sandy's rocket and the Succomatic. See what I'm saying? And they can add even more. So why not have those get added into the item rules as well? Maybe playable items that the player can choose from. But maybe on my stage exclusively, the player will be able to choose between a gaming chair to pick up, a keyboard, a monitor, and a TV, and then TVs that can and monitors and different things that can explode almost similar to how the boombox is from Hey Arnold. But items that can explode and electrify players. So you got hazards that are around and inside the gaming studio that you could be able to pick up, and then over time the TV and the monitor can basically repair itself, and you can have access to those items, and those hazards will constantly be around to be able to utilize that to give you an advantage during the fight at the gaming studio stage. And just something for a little bit of silliness, but something like this would be pretty cool. Let's open up. Let's see if we can get to some of the stages real quick. Rocco. So see one of the newest ones, and I selected the Shadow Realm. Select your stage. They don't really have much of a spooky stage in this game, except for the Ghost Zone. It can almost be the closest thing to the Shadow Realm, maybe something similar to like the Ghost Zone, but they can design my Shadow Realm a place of no return, and they can add in like a world of darkness into the stage. So this is the second stage that I selected for my little DLC pack, and with it I just added in a little bit of a bonus, like an evil laughter and that they can add into the background for a little bit, so it's not just quiet, and you can have like some spooky music, something like that. It can look almost similar to what the Ghost Zone looks like, but it could be a little bit more darker, spookier than the Ghost Zone from Danny Phantom. See what I'm talking about? So that'll be something that I would like to see. But if anything more realistic for a stage, I'm definitely going to go with the gaming studio, where the players and all the characters can be able to fight, and it'll be my stage. And I think it's more ideal because I'm a gamer and a content creator, so it's so much fun to really be able to put this together. So that's the stage I would think would be more ideal and fitting for my character. But now we're going to move on to the costumes. Let's get back to the roster. We're going to move on to the costume. And I was thinking about some of the costumes that they have in the game. And just again, I wanted to make it fitting for my character. And for my costume, I didn't want to just go with the overalls and, you know, try to steal Mario's look and just be just identical. I wanted to come up with my own little unique idea, and I utilize one of my phrases where when I'm playing some of the games, I'll say, "Get some." So I thought a gaming shirt that they can create for me could be labeled with the phrase, or one of my iconic phrases that I like to say when I'm playing, with the "Get Some" label on it, on the shirt, as part of my sayings to fit as an outfit for a video game shirt or a video game t-shirt. And then the player could be able to change the shirt. So I was thinking about Rocco. See how he has like the bowling shirt? You could change it. It's one costume, but maybe one, just a little bit of some other color variations. Just same thing I usually say with Reptar. So you could change his color. I was thinking about those different colors, and then the different style, different hairstyles with Zim. See how he has a different one, and he can see his eyes. I was thinking of these three characters for my idea for costumes. So with the shirt change and the label, the player can be able to change the color of the shirt, and then the lettering of the label where it says "Get Some," the "Get Some" icon can be changed with the shirt color. And then if they want to throw in a hat, I'll be wearing the hat as well, and then maybe a little bit of some gaming glasses particularly, so a little bit of fashion to throw up in there. See what I'm talking about? So now, since see how some of these characters only have one costume, for me, I can be that one different character that's going to have a variety of fashion and selectable options, from the color, changing the lettering of the phrase, and then the shirt, and then the gaming glasses that I like to wear when I'm playing these games. And then the player could be able to swap between those, and then it doesn't even, I don't really have to wear the gaming glasses. I can just rock some contact lenses to be able to change the color. The player will be able to change the color of my eyes. I have brown eyes, but maybe they want to give me a more evil look, give me red eyes or green eyes, blue eyes, or whatever your favorite color could be. They can change the color of the eyes for my character to as some kind of costume also. So not only are you changing the shirt, maybe the hairstyle, the hairstyle, the lettering of the phrase on the shirt that's labeled, and then the glasses, with or without the glasses, with or without glasses, or maybe a hat to go along with it. So I can have those different fashion options for the player to select from that can be included in an all-in-one package. So when you buy the DLC, when you buy the PowBlock DLC, the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, you're going to be able to get access to all those different color options. You're not going to be limited to just one little costume. You'll just get more than what you bargained for, and you can play around with the colors and different designs to the way you see fit and what you like the most to fit your forte. So that's what I was thinking about, and that's how I came up with these different costumes and different options. So I wanted to make it sound great and worth just purchasing the costume, so it's not so bland, just a hat and just one little costume and one little shirt or one little color variation like purple red top, for example. I wanted to make it really worth the bang for your buck. See what I'm saying? So that's what I liked, being able to come up with this, and I settled for this idea for these costumes. So I hope you guys like the costume options, gaming glasses, or maybe the contact lenses, of being able to change my eyes, the shirt, the label, and then the shirt color, the label, the lettering of the phrase colors to match up, or you can mix up the colors and mismatch. So the player can just do whatever they want and whatever they like the most and the colors that they favor. So those are my ideas for the costumes and the stages. Now I'm gonna get into the taunts and the animations. I wanted to start with this one with the iconic laugh, and I think everyone would definitely enjoy this, to be laughing loud into the game and having it implemented into the game where the player can be able to hold the taunt button for endless laughter. And the funny thing is, I used this same sort of taunt and turned it into a move for part of my moveset for this game. So I can't wait to share that. And some of my little taunts and different animations and voice lines I also mentioned that you guys will be able to check out. I'm sending you to the shadow round, or something like when I say that's crazy, and I can just say I'm in a video game, that's crazy, and just having different reactions and seeing these different characters. Maybe I can have some different voice lines for each individual character to react to them. A talking sponge? This can't be real. Just for example, just some examples of running into SpongeBob and it's seeing Michelangelo, or maybe running into Leonardo and trying to take over the Ninja Turtles and try to join. Can I join the TMNT? To try to join the Ninja Turtles? See what Leonardo has to say. And they can really play around with the interactions with that, and I can be able to have those different encounters and special interactions depending on who I'm going against on the field, on the battlefield. So I think that'll be really awesome, and I would definitely be up for reacting to each individual character that's in the game from the roster and having those unique interactions when I run into them and encounter them just for the arcade. So it'll be that exclusive. It'll make the DLC that special to have those unique interactions and voice lines against these Nickelodeon characters, watching them on TV, knowing what they can do, and just being able to watch out for them and knowing exactly what I want to say to those certain characters like Leonardo, SpongeBob, and just running into the Avatar or Danny Phantom, a real life human ghost, and running up against him, or maybe even Garfield or a talking robot like Jenny Wakeman, for example. See, so I definitely would like to have those kind of interactions to add on to my voice lines. And then for my little knockout reaction, if they take me down, whoa! And then I get a little scoring voice line when I take out someone, shut down! Just things like that. And then just a Nickelodeon tribute, just from the arcade, and just randomly say it, just as a pop-up, Nickelodeon, so something like that. I would definitely like to do that. Just say that as a little cool little voice line as a tribute to Nickelodeon. So I think that'll really be funny to see, and I think you guys will also enjoy hearing that. But those are just some additional ideas that I came up with some animations and taunts. So just things like that. And then just with the iconic laugh, I think that I would love to have that as one of my taunts. And then the player can just be able to keep teasing the opponent, just keep laughing at them. to try to intimidate them and just get in their head. But now we're gonna wrap up with the moveset, and just like I said in the beginning, I wanted to make it as realistic and make it unique and gaming related as well for my moveset for this game, if I was to get into this game for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. So I want to start with the agility, and I got some good speed. I don't have supersonic speed, of course, but just I definitely think this ability I want to start with agility, where I can be able to increase my base movement speed for a limited amount of time, and it'll have like a cooldown period. So I call this I just started with just agility. So it sounds a little plain, but I wanted to at least have something just for starters. So I'm gonna definitely start naming the other moves that I came up with. Come pow. So I'll be able to attack with three hit combo, or maybe I can add that part of my little voice line. So each time, just having a combo and the noises, because I really just like doing that, just getting into the game. So each time I hit him, just make him, and then with the 3-hit combo, I can charge up the final punch and knock back the enemy, and they go flying across the screen for a little extra knockback influence. And just like I was talking about with my laugh, not only is it going to be a taunt, but I'm going to be able to create laughing waves, almost like supersonic waves, laughing waves as a projectile attack. So I was going to do like a video game controller, but I just didn't want to do something like that. I wanted to come up with something different. So laughing waves as a projectile attack, where I can create sonic waves with my laughter to inflict damage onto the enemy, and they'll be able to travel horizontally onto the screen. So I won't be able to use it in the air, but I'll have to be on the ground only. So I think it'd be better as a ground-based move only, ground exclusive move. So that way, the enemies or the players that's playing against me or playing against my character, they'll know that, oh, he can't use his laughing waves or his projectile attacks unless he's on the ground. He can't be in the air and be able to create those sonic waves to be able to try to inflict some damage. And just something like a little bit of a gaming term, gamers get tunnel vision. So I implemented that as an idea, a unique idea to put into my moveset. So I'll be able to use my tunnel vision, but not only just, I'm using it as an offensive move. So with my tunnel vision, I can focus my energy on one major target to get a defensive buff. So a defensive buff against incoming damage. So if I'm running up against Reptar, powerhouses like Reptar and Powder Toast Man who hit hard, once I activate my tunnel vision, I'll be able to receive less damage from them. So just another additional ability to go alongside with my agility, so I could probably be able to combo that agility and tunnel vision to get increased speed on my base movement, and then with my tunnel vision, I'll be able to also increase my defensive abilities to be able to take more hits. And speaking of specials, I came up with this. It could be an ultimate. I just gave myself an ultimate. It could be an ultimate or viewed that way. I'm curious to see what you guys think. But I selected something, just another little gaming term, game over. So at the beginning of the battle, the adrenaline rush meter will start charging. And with my adrenaline, when receiving damage from the enemy, the meter will start charging faster, but it'll only charge when I'm being attacked by the enemy. So that's when my game over special ability meter will start charging. And once you get my game over ability ready to be activated, the player can activate it whenever they want to, and even if I'm knocked out, it could be reserved for later. So if you lose like a stop and you're playing like a stop match, you can still have your game over special ultimate ability ready in reserve to be able to make that special comeback. So once adrenaline rush, this ultimate skill with game over, I really have fun creating this and coming up with some different ideas with this. But once you activate it, my attacks are double, and I also receive super armor. But with this particular special, you can only use it twice. I was only gonna say once per battle. But I just gave myself 2 charges per battle, but I added more information to it. So the second charge, so if you're trying to go for it and try to charge it up for the second time, if you're planning on having a longer fight and a more tougher battle, and the battle's tending to drag on, you'll be able to have a chance to use it one more time. But with this final charge, the second charge of this game over special ability will take longer to build up, but the benefit of getting it for the second time is gonna last longer. So I'm gonna have double the damage, and then you're gonna have that extra time for super armor, so you'll be able to just blaze and phase through any attack that's thrown at you, even if it's a projectile, a strong attack, or a special, or whatever it is. You'll just be able to eat those hits all the way through for that second charge up during the game over special. So I just put game over. I was gonna put just a adrenaline rush. They could change it if they want, the adrenaline rush meter or something like that, or a rage meter or something like that. It could be viewed like that, because none of these characters have a rage meter at all. But it's just an idea. I just put in game over. So once you get it and you activate it, it's game over for the enemy, for the other opponent, or whoever else is on the battlefield. It's game over for everybody. We're gonna shut them down. So that'll be sweet to really be able to see that implemented. So I just thought that'll be really cool, and just so it's fair, you only can use it twice, or maybe if they can nerf it and just make it only for a one-time use, one time for the one time. So that way you're gonna have to choose wisely of whether or not you want to use it later on in the fight when you're about to get ready to die and get eliminated for good. You definitely want to probably use it right then and there, but you'll still be able to carry it over. Even if you lose one of your stocks or more than one stock, you can be able to activate it whenever you want. So it can be a one-time use, even since it's an ultimate skill or ultimate ability. So I just wanted to give myself something different of that matter, because I know none of these characters on the roster currently has a meter where you can be able to go crazy with a rage for increased attacks and stuff like that. The only thing that comes closer to it that's not a meter is when Shredder charges up. So his attacks are a little bit stronger, but mine is going to be a lot different because I'm going to have an actual meter, and it's going to last way longer than Shredder's, his buff ability. But just to wrap up, I came up with a super jump for my recovery. I thought that would be even more realistic for my character. A super jump where I'll be able to jump right, a single jump to be able to get back into the stage. So I'll be able to jump right back into the action. So I thought that would be a really nice little, more ideal recovery move for my character, for me to be able to get back into the stage. So I want to be able to possibly be able to fly magically, like Cat Dog and Patrick. I'm a superstar. Just things like that. So I just thought a super jump would be perfect for my character and as a recovery move. But I don't know what you guys think about this moveset. I could have did more, just throwing a video game controller or something like that and as a projectile, but I just wanted to make it a little bit different and realistic to me. And I'm curious to see what you guys think of the costumes, just the idea in general of my moveset. And this was just a community request. I would definitely love to be in the game, take on these characters and just have unique interactions with them for voice lines and running into each unique character from the NCU. So I think it would be a lot of fun and just very funny to really be able to get into the game and have fun and just say all the things I want to say. But I really have fun with this request, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys wanted to see it, so that's why I put it together. And I put the extra time to try to make it make sense, make it sound good as best as I could, and just some ideal realistic moves that I think would be fitting for my character. Hopefully the special game over or adrenaline rush ability doesn't sound too overpowered, but I wanted to make it sound fair and balanced, so that way the player can only use it maybe 1 or 2 times per battle, and it's not constantly being overused and being overpowered, and where they probably have to nerf it right away. But it's just some ideas, and I really just, again, it was fun just working on this and putting this together. So for this brand new request for today. But let me know what you guys think. of these abilities, and maybe some ideas that you guys would give me. If you guys want to add to the moveset, you guys can. And I can't wait to see how you guys react.